Hi, and welcome to Simple Spirituality PH. Now, before anything, I know that you can hear wind, and that is because it is a million degrees here in the Philippines. It's summer, but there is dry wind, and my electric fan is faced towards me. So I hope that that won't be bothersome for you. If it is, just turn it down a little bit, and I'll try to speak louder. All right? So, welcome. Before we begin, I would like to invite everyone who would like to receive notifications of my new videos to please hit the subscribe button over there. If you like this video later on, please give it your thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions, you want to say hey, just comment down below. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me online, for now of course, here are the details. Alrighty, so let's get to the meat of the video. Now, this is the first of a series of 4 videos, I think. Yes, I think it's just 4 videos that I'm going to make for this one. And I never really thought about making these videos in the past because I'm not necessarily a tarot teacher. My cousin was the one who taught me how to read tarot. He taught me the textbook version of the Rider-Waite deck, textbook meaning the traditional interpretations of the Rider-Waite cards. And then after that, he told me to throw everything out the window and use my intuition. So what I did was to marry the two. Right now, I read mostly by intuition, but I have that reference, that that framework reference of the traditional tarot, traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck interpretations at the back of my head. So I can pull it out anytime I'm interpreting a card, I'm interpreting a message. And I also read based on manifesting. So I read current energies and give advice depending on where the querent wants to go, what they want to manifest, what they want to achieve, So yeah, that's how I conduct my tarot readings. That's how I read my tarot cards today for myself and for my clients. And so I noticed that a lot of people actually ask me what the meanings of these cards are. And I thought I'd give a little bit of insight on how I necessarily interpret a card. Because I feel like, I'm sure that I'm not the only person who does this. I'm sure that I'm not the only tarot reader who does this. But I feel like a lot of people sometimes might get boxed into the traditional meaning of the Rider-Waite cards, or even if you read Lenormand. I don't read Lenormand, even the Lenormand traditional framework, right? And so today I'm going to be sharing with you some of the insights that I gather and some of the interpretations that I've experienced over the past years from clients and from different decks. So basically, that was a fancy way of saying I'm going to show you other interpretations of cards. All right, so we are going to be using, for this series, we're going to be using 3 kinds of decks. We're going to be using the Rider-Waite, we're going to be using the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid, and we're also going to be using the Prism Tarot by Liz Landis, which, by the way, I made an unboxing of. It's a beautiful deck, and this deck just arrived yesterday for me. I'll leave it linked up here. Okay, so let's begin. Here we go. Ace of Wands. For this series, I'm going to be using the aces because they are usually the illustrations. They're usually the cards with the simplest illustrations and like the clearest illustrations. So they can suffice for the purpose of our discussion. Okay, so in the traditional Rider-Waite textbook kind of interpretation, when you get a wand, anything that has to do with wands, whether it's Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands, Two of Wands, whichever card it is that is a wand, it usually refers to something that you want to go for. So it could refer to your dreams, it could refer to a new project that you're wanting to do, it could refer to passion passions that you have, goals that you want to achieve, sometimes even decisions that you want to make. So that is the traditional way of thinking about the Wands card. That is the traditional interpretation. And it's very clear here from the Ace of Wands, as you can see, that something is being born. All of the aces are about birth as well, or something new, or birth, or something young, basically. So as you can see here, it's very easy to see that something new is stirring up. It can be a goal, it can be a decision, it can be a project, but something new is being a passion is being born. Something I keep saying something new. Something new is being born. A new idea in your mind is being born, and there is something that it kind of sparks that mental joy in you, basically. So traditionally, that is what the Ace of Wands stands for. Now, I want to show you a comparison with the Good Tarot. So this is the Good Tarot, and as you can see, it's not really wands. The wands in the Good Tarot is actually fire. And I want you to see the difference between these two. Just while you look at it, of course, there's a stark difference with the illustration, with the colors. And I want you to see that it's actually, what do you call this? It's actually going a step further. So if the traditional Rider-Waite card is telling you that something is new, something is being born, an idea is being born, a project is being born, a passion is being born. When you look deeper into the Good Tarot, you'll see that the driving force is already there. It's actually gone beyond that. It's not something that is currently being born. It actually has already been born, and it has been fostering, it has been ruminating in your mind for a long period of time already. It's just that it needed acknowledgement, And I want you to see the difference in colors as well. These colors in Rider-Waite are very fresh, they're very new, while as here, it's already kind of matured. The colors are kind of very much matured. It's going beyond the idea of something being born and going to the level of something already there, something that's already a passion, but it still makes you feel alive and burning up inside in a good way as a passion. And again, I want to compare with yet another card, which is the Prison Tarot by Liz Landis. Let's do it side by side again. As you can see, the colors are very much different. And again, it takes it a step further. So for the Good Tarot, this card, when you look at it up front, it's all about the current passion, the driving force, something that is current. But when you go on to Liz Landis's card, you can see that there's already a sense of accomplishment to it. There's already a sense of, I've made that decision, I've made that goal, I've claimed that goal, I have gone through the passion phase of it, I have driven it, I have given it the energy of passion, and now this goal that I've been going for is already mine. There is already an accomplishment to it, even though it's an ace. So it kind of connotes fulfillment for this particular goal, for this particular passion, for this particular project that you're going through. Now, the real reason why I wanted to start this series is because a lot of people kind of get stuck in just this kind of mindset, this kind of interpretation of card, just the textbook Rider-Waite kind of card. And I want you guys to realize that the more you open yourself up to more decks, to more clients, the more you'll be able to see that the cards are actually very dynamic. And I want you to go beyond the traditional textbook meaning of this. Let's say, for example, you get this in a context of, let's say that you are moving to a new place, for example, and you get this card. It can be that this is the start of new friendships, or it can be that this is the start of a new mindset for you as you migrate somewhere else, right? Now, if you get this card, it can be that you're very passionate about learning about the new place that you're moving to. If you get this card, it can be that you're very excited and you're looking at you're looking at your new place and you're already feeling that sense of belongingness, that sense of, I made the right decision, I achieved my goal, and I'm going to belong. I'm going to be fulfilled in it, mentally at least. So you can have different interpretations of cards when it comes to the different decks, and again, when it comes to your intuitive prowess. So another thing that I actually wanted to point out is that over the years, when you collect your list of clients, or when you have different kinds of clientele already, you'll be able to see how the cards unfold for you in different interpretations and different meanings. So whenever I get, a lot of times actually, when I get clients who want to move jobs, this usually comes up. The Ace of Fire usually comes up. I'm not sure why I usually tend to bring this when people ask for a career reading, but I guess my deck loves career readings. I guess this deck loves it. But yeah, so this usually comes up whenever there is a client asking about their career. And although this is Ace, when you look at the card, I want you to, again, go beyond what is the traditional meaning. So there are some times when I would interpret this as something is, a passion is trying to come through to your head. And you don't necessarily have to change your career, but perhaps you want to pursue that other passion as well. So can you see how it's kind of veered away from the traditional kind of meaning, Or I could interpret it as something that is, it could also be a long time passion that has been dormant for a while. So not necessarily something new, but it's still burning up within you. So can you see that in this card? It's very evident. So there are those kinds of interpretations. And I want you guys from now on to start looking at the interpretations of your cards in a very different light. Really open yourself up to what they could mean in terms of context, because every message is different. And so even if you do have a particular, even if you do have the textbook meaning, a particular interpretation attached to that card traditionally, always go beyond that and take it a step further to your intuition and to really what the client is asking about and what they are looking for. Okay, so that is just the first card, the Ace of Wands. I know it was all over the place, but don't worry, it's going to get better as the other cards come along, because the Ace of Wands, I don't usually get wand cards in any kinds of readings. They do come up, but not often. But yeah, so that's just a taste. Today was the Ace of Wands. Next video, you're going to have the Ace of, where is it? The Ace of Cups. We're going to the Ace of Cups and the Swords and the Pentacles in the same fashion that they are arranged in your traditional Rider-Waite deck, right? So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions, you want to say hey, please comment down below. If you would like to receive notifications of my new videos, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me online, for now, of course, here are the details. And that's it. stay happy, stay healthy, and yeah, use your intuition, expand yourself to your cards, and you'll get so many other messages, and have fun with it. And yeah, ciao for now.